So yesterday, a Malian convoy was moving along the Aguelhok region. They call this road the Death Road. I think some people call it the Road of Death, something like that. So they were moving and they did not know that there were improvised explosive device that has already been, incorporated into the soil. And while they were moving, the vehicle blew up. And I think most of the passengers died, which were definitely farmers. So the second time that the vehicles was about to go out, a Russian Wagner machinery personnel. I don't want to. This African call thing has not, glued to my head. And he posted this picture, like we are back outside with something more special. So according to the information we have, the second time they were coming, that same yesterday, it was a battle of who is going to give up first. The terrorists used a remote guided explosive. They did not use IEDs that, okay, when the mine, maybe mine destroyer or something climbs on it, is going to blow. No, the vehicle was on top of it. They blew it up. A shooting ensued, but the troops escaped safely. So, according to the information that got to us, we equally confirmed this information on the Telegram platform of this JNIM terrorist group. They said the third time their effort was futile. Why was their effort futile? I don't know how. I don't know who is feeding them information beforehand, because it seems as if they know the unthinkable. Because how did they know that, okay, this is what the Wagner machinery is, this is how they are coming out the second time, okay, this is where they are? Like, there is this information. I don't know if I should say, okay, maybe there is a satellite overview that, that is being given to these people from foreign nations. We can't really tell. But even evidences before have shown that Ukraine and France are working hand in hand with these terrorists. I know a lot of you are surprised that I'm mentioning Ukraine. We'll soon get to that. Now, the third time, the African Corps, the farmers of Mali, and the Gatia militias came out. Now, it's not the African Corps, maybe the Wagner machinery or the farmers that made the terrorists to run the third time. According to what I heard, they said whatever they try to do is not going to be successful on the third time, because on that third time, the Gatia militias were with them. And according to what I heard, they said they didn't take that same road. They went to take different routes. According to what we heard, the terrorists claimed that on their Telegram platform, that the Gatia militias already knows how they perform their operation. That was why they were able to go through that road without being hurt. So it came to my mind, and there was no gun battle. There was no gun duel with them the third time. When I was listening to the chats when I was watching their this, because I entered anonymously, and so according to the chats they were having, is to me it seems as if these Azawad militias along this Aguelhok road, it's like the Tuareg militias. It's like they know how bad their own kind of people are. That's what I've come to terms with yesterday. It's like they fear the Gatia militias that are their own brothers. So it begs the question, why don't the Malian, since these Gatia militias are pro-government and they are ready to fight for the justice and the peace of the people, why don't they just incorporate these people at once? Empower them, enable them, give them all the tools they need. Since they know the movement where their brothers could be at some point where they will not be, why not just empower those people? Don't give them what they don't need. Tell them what do they need. Because to me, I think that approach will even work better. In fact, I won't be surprised if these particular people know how to look for them even to the smallest crevices they can be hiding. To me, I feel like it will even be easier for these Gatia militias to even recruit some of their Tuareg brothers and pour more pressure on these Azawad militias people. Anyway, that's the information we have. The third trip was absolutely successful. So for me now, I will be surprised after the recent killing of the Malian troops. I would be surprised if they are going through this Aguelhok road of death, according to what they call it, and they are not moving with the Gatia militias. I would be very, very shell shocked. Because what's the point? Just give me your opinion about that. At least, as of now, we already know that the fight in Just Plateau is a fight between the bandits and the citizens. So, amidst the whole killing that has been going on, and this also speaks to the Benue people so that you learn from this. So, according to the information we have, there was serious killing in Just Plateau. So, when the killing got to the boiling point, the youths of Just Plateau came up with a local vigilante network, and they collaborated with a joint task force, anti-terrorism joint task force that was created by the federal government. And according to what we heard, they said the local vigilante mobilized with this particular joint task force, and they actually went into the forests. They said they have been going after these bandits for a while. They've not been able to catch up with them. But this time around, what they discovered was that in some of the residents that has been conquered by these bandits, or maybe terrorists, or Fulani headers, they bring their families after to come and stay there with their children. You don't understand? Let's say they attack a village now, they will bring all their family to come and be living there. To them, a house they didn't build is now their own. They believe, I think they are still working with this old time mentality of we attack you, we conquer you, we take your land. Yes, I think that's what they are still working with. But according to the information that the vigilantes gave us, they said their wives were equally neutralized. Now, among these 300, 14 were injured and 4 were killed, including the head of the local vigilante network. Now, here is what they are not telling us. Initially, they said they brought their children and their wife. But by the time they said the bandits fled, they said they fled, their wives were killed. What happened to their children? What happened to their children? So the information wasn't complete. To me, I feel maybe they also neutralize their children. But when you look at the way these bandits operate too, you know that they don't have preference for both women, kids, or anybody. They kill anybody on sight. So now, to me, this is already working. And according to the local vigilantes, they spent 5 days in the bush, constant shelling. And as we had, according to the information they gave us, they said this is happening in Bauchi because they combed them from Plateau, they combed them into some borders of Bauchi. I don't know how far those places are from each other. Maybe it's very close to each other. And they said some of these injured vigilantes are currently taking treatment in Bauchi Federal Medical Center and stuff like that. And one other undisclosed hospital that they talked about here. So for me, I feel like the people of Benue, until you all are ready to defend yourself, hell no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Me, for example, now, very soon I want to go and see the DPO. I will go and get my gun. Even if they say it's a short gun, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to resume constant practice when it comes to the spiritual fortification. I know how to find my way around that. Nobody is walking to my family like you have to walk through me. You have to. And we are going to test that still out. And I'm not playing about that shit because it has gotten to that point now. If I am able to get maybe a pump action legally, I know that's for a short distance, I will still find my way around getting at least an intermediate range rifle. And I will buy a lot of bullets. Like I'm not going down for anybody just like that. Anybody can go down definitely, but me, I'm not going down for anybody just like that. And I'm not running. I'm not part of those that was, oh, we're running, oh, we have to. No, I'm not running to anywhere. I think the best way to combat terrorism is to show equal brutality, just the way they show you. To exact equal level of animality. That is what I feel. And personally, that is why I said once I leave the urban settlement now that I want to get close to my family, man, I'm not just going like, I'm going to seek for the widest knowledge of my ancestors, fortify myself, get sophisticated guns, then be at peace with everyone. But the day we try nonsense, and I'm not just going to be the only one, I'm going to educate the youths around the place. Always prepare. You know my motto: staying dangerous at all time, because your life seriously depends on it. Everywhere I stay, everybody there is going to have a warlike mentality, because you can't have peace without war. You can't. The only way to have peace is for your enemy to know that, man, these guys, no, don't go there. That's the only language they understand. You can't have peace with these people. All these things that they are saying in Benue State, the government are trying to lie and sugarcoat things, and tell a lot of lies.
People who are killing others in Benue are not actually indigenes of Benue. And they are asking that there should be dialogue and reconciliation, and that we do not know whom to dialogue with and whom to seek reconciliation with, because you can only dialogue with someone whom you have the capacity to sit down together with and to reason together with. These guys come in the night, through the river, in the boats. They get out, they go out, they kill, they go back in the boats and run back. Nobody has an idea of their addresses, and so on and so forth. A wrong narrative has actually gone on for years and years, namely that there are herders who have clashes with farmers. The herders have no clashes with farmers, farmers have no clashes with herders. Herders come in and kill people and go away. At Christmas, at Easter, at events when Christians are celebrating. In the past few days, his spokesman, Bayo Nanoga, put out a statement asking for reconciliation and for dialogue with these people. This is a wrong narrative. People are coming to kill your people. You don't know them. You're saying they should go and have reconciliation with them. These are the wrong issues. So the president is going to Makodi. The president must know the right issues and must tell the people that those who are killing people in Benue will be brought to justice. This is the issue that should be taken account of right now. The police and the military, who are supposed to help the president to maintain peace and order, which is his duty as president of Nigeria, must be made to carry out their duty and end the killings in Benue, in the Middle Belt, and in parts of Nigeria.
So is justice and not dialogue or reconciliation for you?
You will dialogue with whom you know, whom you can see. We do not know these people. Nobody knows their addresses. Nobody knows their names. They are, of course, if the police wanted, they will be able to find them.
Okay, look at what the president said. The president said he could not even get to Yelewata, where the attack happened, because the road is bad. And you are the president of the country. See, when you have a president like our president in Nigeria currently, oh God.
Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's good.
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that they intercept and all. We can create wonders. Yeah, it's a successful again, a town hall different from Blue, Bulaba. If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net.
To be honest with you, things cannot continue this way. You can't rely on the government, because even the terrorists are really battling it with these government forces that you are depending on. The government forces are really having a handful when they fight with these terrorists. And a lot of this thing will come to question. Everybody keeps saying that they don't know where these terrorists, they don't know where they are from, they don't know who is financing them, you don't know who they are working with, and all of that. You want to know who the terrorists are working with? Watch this video. So at the end of the day now, who are the terrorists working in collaboration with to kill the citizens? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said, but before I go, thanks for watching and see you on the next video.